Hello Pro Vapor family. Today we're going to be going over pod systems. With their popularity rising, people are unsure of what to get. So today we're going to be showing you 3 different devices. Okay guys, so the first one we're going to be going over is the Novo by Smogtech. It's the most cost-efficient way if you're looking to get into pod systems. So this is the Novo by Smoke. It's very basic design. It's really pretty with the honeycomb design on it. So the device itself comes with this film on it. It's your choice if you want to take it off or leave it on. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to take it off. So this piece is your actual device, and then this is your pod. So how you're going to fill this is you're going to lift this rubber end up. And today we're going to put in there Fizzy Lemonade by Glass. Again, I'm going to reiterate this every time. Shake the juice before you use it. So you're just going to angle it slightly. And then you're going to close it. The pod just goes right into the device. It's pretty snug, so what I suggest to people when they're taking the pod in and out is to kind of wiggle it. And then after that, all we got to do is wait for the pod to soak, because if you just go into it and you start vaping, it's going to demolish the pod. So now I'm going to go over the specs of the Novo. So it is 3.5 inches by 1 inch. It's very light. You can conceal it. So if that's what you're looking for, again, it's a perfect option. It has a battery life of 450 milliamps, okay? And it is a USB charge. We have an output wattage of 10 to 16 watts. And the resistance of the pod, this little guy right here, is 1.2, all right? So that means you're gonna get a nice draw off of it, but it's not gonna be chucking clouds. And the capacity of juice that you can hold in the pods is 2 mils. So the second device we're gonna go over is the Me Pod by Smoking Vapor. So this is the Me Pod, another refillable pod system. So you take the pod out of here, and right down here is where you're gonna fill it. So you lift that rubber piece up. For this one, we're gonna be using the Blueberry Duchess by King's Crest. Again, just shake up that juice. So we're just going to lift this back. Fill it all the way up. And you put the rubber piece back in. Now with this one, you got prongs on the bottom of it, and you got prongs inside the device. The prongs will go on top of the prongs. Snaps right in there. It's very secure. One of the differences comparing this to the Novo is that you got a view of your juice capacity, which personally I believe is a pro. So this turns on and off. You got your little button right down here. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's gonna blink to let you know it's on. Do the same thing to turn it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll blink again to let you know it's off. Okay. So with this device right here, you got a 950 milliamp battery. All right. So that's 500 more milliamps than the Novo. You are going to charge this thing USB, just like with the other one. With the light you saw, where it flashed red when you turned it on, that will also notify you as you're pulling on it how charged it is. So the resistance of this little pod here is 1.2 ohms, and it holds 2 mils of juice, okay? And the capacity of the output wattage of this device is anywhere from 10 to 16 watts, depending on how charged it is. So some specs on this device, it is 2 inches by 2.5 inches. So again, I'm gonna hold it in my hand so you can see how big it is. It is easily concealed, all right? It has a 950 milliamp battery life, and it also has pass-through charging. What that means is you can hit the device while it is charging, okay? And then one of the last things I wanna show you is that this guy has a stealth mode. So if you hold this button down, the button you use to turn it on and off, it's gonna blink. So then when you hit it, it's not gonna light up. If you wanna turn it back on, you just hold that button down again, and now you'll be able to see where your battery life is at while you're hitting it. All right, guys, last but definitely not least, we have the Orion by Lost Vape. So this is the Orion. This bad boy has two different kinds of pods. So you got a 0.5 resistant pod, which is better for flavor, and you have a 0.25 resistant pod, which is better for vapor. Me personally, I prefer the 0.25 resistant pod, so that's what I'm going to be filling up. And the juice we're going to be using is Crisp Apple by Salt Factory. So how you fill this guy up is you got this metal circular piece on top. You're just going to spin it off. Fill it all the way up. Spin it back on. So on this device, you have this little latch on the side. When you're putting the pod on, you want to make sure you pull the latch down. The pod has prongs on the bottom of it, so does the device. It has prongs. So the prongs are going to go on top of the prongs and it's just going to slide in. To take it out, you pull down that latch and it comes right out. How you turn it on and off is you click this button rapidly 5 times. Now with this device, you have a high, medium, and low setting. So you got white for low, blue for medium, red for high. This guy is a pretty sturdy device. It's made out of metal. I have dropped mine 20 bajillion times, literally, and it still holds up. There's nothing wrong with it. Barely have any scratches on it. Personally, this guy is my favorite, but that doesn't mean it's the right device for you because everybody is looking for something different. The pods, you get about 400 puffs out of it per charge, okay? Now, to indicate the battery life, this little light down here, blue is anywhere from 100% to 95% charged. Green is 95% to 70% charged. Yellow is 70 to 30% charged. Red is 30 to 15% charged. And when it's red and blinking, that means it's 15% or it's about to die. So the specs for this device, it's 3.5 inches by 1 inch. Still small, still can be concealed in your hand. It's a little bit bigger than the other two we showed you. This guy has a 950 milliamp battery life. How you charge it is through USB, and you pull this piece out down here, and then it plugs right into there. This device does have pass-through charging, which again means you can vape it while it's charging, which is always a plus. And just to mention, these pods, they have a 2 mil capacity, but you can really fit 3 mils in there. So you're gonna get a little bit more longevity with how often you're gonna have to fill it compared to the other two devices. In this video, we briefly mentioned the Orion by Lost Vape. Next week, we're going to be doing a detailed tutorial on it because there's a good amount of things that I left out. We don't have time to cover it in this video. And we're gonna be introducing our team member, Devin, and he's gonna be doing that tutorial. So we'll see you next week.